So Ezra Miller really is on the run, but for a completely different charge? What?
Pascal.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below, and let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, we got to get into this story. We did a very, very big live show a couple days ago covering this whole thing of Ezra Miller. Is he on the run? Did he kick rocks? Is he out on the lam? And it looks like he could very well be out here trying to disappear and trying not to get caught by 5-0. This is some crazy stuff. We already talked about Takada, the allegations that their parents made on Ezra Miller, saying that a lot of salacious things. So please go and check out that other video. And it's insane. And of course, we're going to be tying that into this conversation as well. But man, does this story get absolutely freaking bonkers. I got a couple articles here, so I want to take a look at these really quick, because the reason why he is on the run could very well be because of a 12-year-old, or a family of a 12-year-old has put charges on him for very interesting and salacious things. As you see the title in this article here, 12-year-old granted order of protection against Ezra Miller. This is insane. We already know this man has been out here, or this person has been out here doing crazy things, all right? Because Ezra Miller identifies as they and them, so of course. But literally, they have been out here acting a damn fool, putting a lot of violence towards other people, putting their hands on people, throwing chairs at people, threatening people's spouses' lives and all that, okay? Restraining orders have been filed against this particular person. This has been absolutely insane, and now it's getting even more crazy. This particular person has kicked mother-loving rocks, and no one knows where Ezra Miller is right now. So much that they even deleted all of their social media. So they have completely just disappeared off the radar. Absolutely insane. Let's get into this article real quick. We're just going to look at a little bit of this here. On Wednesday, a mother and her 12-year-old child traveled to their local courthouse in Greenfield, Massachusetts, where they were granted a temporary harassment prevention order against Ezra Miller after alleging that the actor menaced their family one evening in their downstairs neighbor's home and acted inappropriately toward their non-binary youngster. It's interesting that he has a thing towards gravitating towards non-binary children and, you know, rooming these, because I can't say the word, but obviously doing some things, finessing these kids in some sort of way. Clearly, with Takada Iron Eyes, clearly he got somebody. Yeah, if you do it enough times, you work at it enough, you're going to catch somebody. He caught Takada very, very young and has basically had her under, or them under their wing, Ezra's wing, for the past 4+ years. And now apparently they're both on the run together. But let's continue here. The news comes on the heels of a number of disturbing allegations that have surfaced against the 29-year-old, best known for their turn as the Flash in the Justice League. And also, let's keep it real, Ezra Miller has a new Flash movie coming out, a brand new movie that's going to drop, where they are the lead. They are the main event. They are the main attention. They are the Flash. And I'm still waiting to see if Warner Brothers, the WB, is going to actually say something. Are they going to speak up? Are they going to step forward and make a statement about these allegations or not? This has been absolutely insane. And now that this person, Ezra Miller, is on the run with another person that they're trying to get a hold of, Takada Iron Eyes, This is not very good. This is not looking good at all. Does this mean that people are going to go and buy tickets to go see someone who is an alleged such and such, for lack of a better term? All right. Many questions I have. Many questions. But I do think that the WB needs to step forward. Warner Brothers needs to step forward and make an announcement and maybe recast The Flash and keep it moving. You know, just like there's allegedly going to be recasting Amber Heard. That's alleged, still, still rumor in the rumor mill. But at least they're being proactive with that. And I get it. They've already spent all this money. I'm sure. I don't even know if that movie's in the can or not, if it's even finished filming or not. But still, maybe they need to reassess things before they spend any more money on these comic book movies. Real talk. But let's continue. Last week, the parents of the 18-year-old environmental activist Takata Iron Eyes requested that a court issue a protective order against Miller, stating in court documents that the actor met Takata 6 years ago. I guess when she was 12. So my bad. 12 years old. When they were 12 and Miller was 23, and that Ezra uses violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusions, and drugs to hold sway over a young adolescent Takata. The parents also accused Miller of influencing Takata's decision to come out as a non-binary transgender. An unverified Instagram account presumed to belong to Takata denied these claims. And we watched that video, which it made no sense. She seemed extremely ate up. She just seemed off, like she was on drugs. It seemed like not the sharp as attack Takata that I'm sure the general public has grown to know and respect. It's a completely different kid, completely different vibe. It doesn't look good. Long story short, and it's not even coherent. Her whole video is not coherent at all. The court has been unable to locate Miller to serve the papers, and Miller deleted their Instagram Wednesday afternoon. Okay. So that was yesterday, but not before posting a series of memes. This is the part that's absolutely insane. Not before posting a series of memes mocking the authorities for their inability to find them. Who does that? Who does that? Who sits there and goes, yeah, man, King Kong ain't got nothing on me? Who does that? Especially when you're being accused of doing extremely, unbelievably salacious and disgusting, heinous things. You don't go out there and go, oh, yeah, I just been accused of all these things, abuse and etc., grooming and all those things. Oh, but I'm gonna showboat on social media like nanny boo boo, you can't even get me. Catch me if you can type of thing. It's ridiculous. And it shows the mental state that Ezra Miller is in right now, in my personal opinion. All right. But let's find out what's up with this 12-year-old kid. Okay. And this new charge. Okay. In the Massachusetts case, the Daily Beast, the article that I'm reading right now, received a copy of the protection order signed by a judge and spoke with the 12-year-old accuser, their mother, and another neighbor who was present. The case docket has not been posted on the court's online system, so the official complaint made by the child's mother was not available. The Daily Beast also revealed text messages sent by the mother and the neighbor, as well as photographs that corroborated parts of their accounts of the night in question, where withholding names for privacy reasons. On the evening of February 2nd, the trio contend that Miller was present at the downstairs neighbor's home in Greenfield, which is located 40 miles from the actor's ranch in Stamford, Vermont. That neighbor is in a band with Whitney Sutters, a musician who's a close friend with Miller. Now they're saying, quote unquote, Miller was wearing a bulletproof vest. I had no idea until later that they were armed, recalls the visiting neighbor. Tensions began brewing when the mother says she mentioned doing some traveling recently with her quote unquote tribe of people, leading Miller to snap at her and accuse her of cultural appropriation. Now, we've already been seeing viral videos of body cam footage and moments where he's been kicked out of karaoke bars and all that stuff, where Miller has literally lost their damn mind. Goes off on the deep end, they snap, and they start saying, they just spout out whatever the heck they want to say. Okay? This sounds just absolutely insane to me, personally. But let's continue. Then, a conversation about board games allegedly went sideways when, after Miller claimed that the board game Parcheesi had Rastafarian roots, the visiting neighbor, I'm sorry, who is half black, questioned Miller as to which sect of the Rastafari movement it originated from. I'm sorry. Okay, so to me, it sounds like Ezra trying to be super, like, with it, like he trying to be woke, like hella woke. Okay, they trying to be hella woke, and they're sounding like the absolute idiot. They're sounding like an absolute idiot. Okay, they're trying. I guess Ezra tried, but somebody out there going, "The hell you talking about? This is Parcheesi has Rastafarian roots. The hell you talking about?" I'm just wondering if the LSD just started kicking in right about then, and he just started saying stuff. The edibles must have kicked in right then, babies. That's what I think. The edibles must have kicked in right then. But let's continue. At this point, Ezra explodes and started screaming directly into my face, the visiting neighbor tells the Daily Mail. Okay. Ezra said, "You don't even know what the F you're talking about. What did you say to me? What did you just say to me?" I was caught off guard, the visiting neighbor continues. Then they open up their jacket. They had this like big Sherpa jacket, and they opened one side of their jacket. You could see a gun, and they said, talking like that could get you into a really serious situation. Okay. Next, according to the visiting neighbor, the mother and the child, Miller focused their attention on the 11-year-old boy, saying, "I've talked extensively with your child, and they have a lot of power to them. At one point, you're going to realize that you don't have any control over them anymore. They're an elevated being, and they would be lucky to have someone like me to guide them." They say Miller proceeded to turn to the mother, who dresses goth, and accused her of being a witch and a vampire, repeatedly yelling at her, "Do you want to drink my blood? Do you?" Okay. There's a lot to unfold on that piece. Real talk. There's a lot to unfold on that piece, so we gotta talk about it really quick. Okay, first off, he had a big Sherpa jacket on, a bulletproof vest that they didn't realize that he had on earlier, until they didn't find out about that or realize that until later. Ezra brandished a gun, basically flashed a gun, basically saying, you don't want no problems, basically. So threatening the people while they're playing Parcheesi, which apparently has Rastafari roots. Okay. Like I said, the edibles were kicking in for Ezra. Okay. And then the part that makes it seem very cultish, just a skosh cultish, is when Ezra says, at one point, you're going to realize that you don't have any control over them anymore. They're an elevated being, and they would be lucky to have someone like me guide them. Clearly, they are trying to be the next Jesus Christ, a prophet. Cultish like behavior, cultish like words that are coming out of Ezra's mouth. Miller then came back to the child and allegedly began pestering them with compliments. At one point, moving their chair closer to them, requesting that they add the actor on Instagram, and telling the child to pursue fashion. Now, God only knows what kind of conversation Ezra had with that then 11-year-old, now 12-year-old child. But at the same time, I'm sure the kid said something along the lines of, I really like fashion, I really want to get into it. Sure, that could have been it too. But at the same time, this is somebody who is clearly unhinged and is trying to me, it seems like he's trying to get some followers. He's trying to get some people to be a part of his pack, part of his congregation. Okay, mop my brow type thing. Tithing, baby, you got to tithe, right? But anyway, let's continue. They automatically were just weirdly drawn to me and kept talking about how they love my outfit and love my style, and kept going on and on about how it was great. The child remembers. It was really uncomfortable. I was really nervous. I was scared to be around them after he'd yelled at my mother and she was crying. The mother and the visiting neighbor both believe that Miller may have been, quote unquote, under the influence due to their dilated pupils and erratic behavior. Yeah, that would make you think maybe the dilated pupils and the erratic behavior could give off the vibe that they might be under the influence for sure. Yeah, that cocaine, that booger sugar. But also, you can also think that maybe that this is somebody who's mentally not stable as well. So if you just took out the dilated pupils and just looked at the erratic behavior, that could just be a little bit of a glimpse into Ezra's psyche. Moving on, Miller apologized for the outburst, only to return to pester the family on a number of other occasions. So he kept coming back. Oh my God, including in late April, in May, and on June 4th, dressed as a cowboy. What? I'm sorry, this is insane. In April, both the mother and child maintain that Miller made the child uncomfortable by hugging them and pressing their body closely against them. That is weird. During the June visit, the child expressed their interest in horses, and Miller said that they would acquire several horses so that the child could help them care for the herd on their Vermont farm, which also struck them as inappropriate. So Ezra was like, "You want a horse? I'll give you many horses, buddy. You want horses? Come on. You're like me. You're just like me. And you just need to feel that you're not alone." Like, I feel like he's trying to create his own X-Men, right? Like he's Professor X, and he's like, we are all these kids, these children. They're all special children. And I just need to lead them the way. I will guide them, as he has been saying. This person is high as hell. But let's continue. Ever since the Takata Iron Eyes news broke, however, they haven't seen or heard from them since. As you can see, guys, this is absolutely knuckin' futz. This is absolutely insane. They decide to disappear. To me, that gives off the vibe of an admission of guilt. And that gives off the vibe like, I did something really, really bad. I shouldn't have done what I've done. The relationship I have between Takata, Iron Eyes, and this 12-year-old person or 12-year-old child is not right. And I need to go. And I need to find a way to seek refuge somewhere else. I need to disappear so I don't get in trouble. It is all an admission of guilt. I've said this before, and I will say it again till I'm blue in the face with this particular story. This is not going to end well if Ezra does not decide to be an adult, step up, and face the music. By them deleting their social media, by them running off with an 18-year-old, with another 18-year-old. And as other stories start to come out, because there's clearly they have a laundry list of problems, laundry list of issues, and laundry list of incidents that have gone down that we've all seen on social media and in the news. If they don't do something about this as soon as possible, this will not end very well for Ezra Miller. And also, I wonder what is it going to take for Warner Brothers to actually pull the plug on the whole franchise that they've created for The Flash, their relationship, or at least their relationship with Ezra Miller. Because right now, all of this is looking incredibly bad. And I won't be surprised if more young kids step out and file more charges on Ezra Miller. This is just the tip of the iceberg, baby. We have only just begun. And I'm sure there's going to be more popping off. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, okay? Real talk, I am just concerned, and I would love to be able to have Ezra and Takata be brought in safe and sound without any casualties, without anybody getting hurt. No one needs to get hurt with this situation. Just be an adult. All right? You're almost 30 years old, Ezra. Be the adult that you are. Clean up. Find counseling. And just be a better person from this point on. But first things first, turn yourself in, man. Turn yourself in, Ezra. That's all you need to do. Turn yourself in. Anyway, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Would love to hear your thoughts on that. Hit that like button down below, and let's not forget to crush that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. This one's absolutely nuts, but I will be covering this as more develops. I'm hoping this is the end. I'm hoping that they find Ezra, bring them to justice, and we can keep it moving. But the fact that they are out on the lam, 2 big thumbs down. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.